Jumbo, fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley here, ready for another deep dive into a beginner's guide from the universe. It looks like from your comments you're enjoying this as much as I am. Love reading my stuff. These are such short, little, sometimes pithy quotes. It doesn't take much, and so in 10 minutes I can go through a dozen or 2 dozen. And today we're going to the next chapter, Imagination, Dreams, and Baby Steps. I think we're on chapter 3 or 4. I don't have that in front of me right now. Chapter 4. There's only 6 chapters. This book released this week as a paperback. It was already an international bestseller as a hardback, ebook, audiobook. I'm the one who reads it in the audiobook. But now it's a paperback, and they've increased the size, increased the font. It's really beautiful. And so I'm going to be reading and answering questions as they pertain to the content of the reading. This whole week, we're celebrating this by letting those who buy the book for $12 or something at Amazon or anywhere you want to buy it attend a workshop next week, a day after the U.S. presidential elections, titled Old Soul Living for 2020, The Dawn of Enlightenment. I'm going to go into the old soul quotes in this book that are so electrifying and help build a workshop around it so that you have traction with all the wonder that lies ahead for the remainder of this year and beyond. Okay, so let's dive into this book. Oh, and by the way, for the rest of this year, all royalties of this book are going to Charity Water, one of my favorite charities, and my publisher Hay House is also sending a portion of all proceeds to Charity Water. So, here's the first reading from Imagination, Dreams, and Baby Steps, Chapter 4. Time and space is where we chase things we pretend we don't have. Love, friends, abundance. While worrying about things we pretend we do have. Problems, challenges, issues. Until one day we happen to notice the prophetic powers of pretending. To build a mansion in time and space, whether of mortar, gold, or friendships, think of imagination as the blueprint, desire as your funding. I tell you, side note, when I really want something to happen, a manifestation, I double over in yearning, like, yes, I want it. Ah! Just saying. You don't have to do this in front of anybody. Okay, so to continue, faith as your builder and action as proof these dots are being connected. Treating any old job as if it were your dream job is the fastest way to spark the kind of life changes that will yield your dream job. Same for any old house, friend, day, life, or pair of espadrilles. Now, if you don't know, probably you all do, espadrilles are a style of shoes, women's shoes. And when I wrote that note, it was originally a note from the universe, 15 years ago, one of the recipients forwarded it to her girlfriend. A woman forwarded it to a girlfriend. And she didn't realize, but she actually hit reply and she sent to me. And she said, see, I told you a woman has to be writing these notes because he referenced espadrilles. And I was like, sorry, Charlie. I am not that out of touch. A little side note. Great big ear-to-ear, open-mouth smiles are responsible for far more sizzling romances, salary increases, life extensions, and calorie burning than our dentists, doctors, and financial planners will ever comprehend. These are all former notes from the universe that have been rewritten, my top 500, to create this book, A Beginner's Guide to the Universe, that's now available in paperback, hardback, audiobook, me recording the reading, and ebook. Next, smiling or laughing for no reason at all is one of the best reasons to smile or laugh. Plus, doing either will summon circumstances that will give you reason after reason after reason. Bringing new things into your life boils down to learning to think of yourself with them, and vice versa for removing things from your life. Thoughts become things. Okay, this chapter is imagination, dreams, and baby steps. Always speak of the past gratefully, of the future excitedly, and of the present with bobbing eyebrows and a Cheshire grin. Go ahead, try it. If anyone should ever ask if you're enlightened, always say yes. Same if they ask whether or not you're healthy, wealthy, and loved beyond measure. Why? Because thoughts become things. Create that world here to experience it everywhere else. Now, this is not about lie. Okay, we get enough of that in politics. This is about creating that inner world. And there's always a time to level up to a best friend or a family member and just say, look, I'm bummed out. This sucks. And help me see it in a new way. That's always okay. But for the most part, create that world and hinge your behavior on it. When in doubt, show up early. Think less. Feel more. Ask once. Give thanks. Expect the best. Appreciate everything. Never give up. Make it fun. Lead. Invent. Regroup. Wink. Chill. Smile. And live as if your success were inevitable, and so it shall be. Creative visualization as an exercise gives the biggest bang for the least effort. Visualize every weekday. You can take weekends off. I do. No longer than 5 minutes. Imagine your dreamed of end results as if they'd already come to pass, fueled by emotion. Yourself in the picture, smiling broadly, happy tears running down your face. That's how you visualize. That's page 114. By the way, Amazon is so sold out that if you want the paperback, it says expected delivery 1 to 2 months. I know people, okay? So I've talked to the powers that be. Truckloads, boatloads, jumbo jet loads are now zooming towards Amazon. This is behind the scenes secrets. So when you get your copy of this book, when you place your order for the book, even though it says 1 to 2 months, we're close, you can expect it in about a week. Maybe 10 days, max, probably earlier since we're close. All right, a few more. If you're at least visualizing or meditating enough to wonder whether or not you're doing it right, you're doing it right, and you're way ahead of the game. Every fortune, comeback, or kiss was first a thought, a whisper, a dream. The trick with imagination is remembering to use it. The secret to living the life of your dreams is to start living them at once, however humbly, to any degree you can. If you can't travel far, travel near. If you can't dine out, go for dessert. If you don't have a travel partner, be your own. The secret to performing miracles lies in knowing your desired outcome. Begin with the end in mind. Not knowing how you'll pull it off. That's a good thing. Proceeding anyway. Should you ever be in need of a miracle, think not of the miracle, not even a little, but instead of its intended result. Think of the end result, and then rabbits will be the least that are pulled out of thin air to make your dream come to pass. Don't think of the rabbit, don't think of the miracle, think of the desired end result, and show up even though you don't know what road to go down. Okay, a few more because I can't stop. Little ducks never line up until Mama Duck just goes. The same will be true of getting your ducks in a row. Don't wait for them to line up. Just go. Do something. Rarely are the first steps in a journey anything like the final ones, either in direction, pace, or grace. Which means that none of those things are even half as important as the fact that there are steps at all. Usually, if you just start dancing, the music will be added, as will the partners, a giant disco ball, and whatever else you need, because the resources you need to complete any journey will only be added once you begin it. So begin it. Oh, come on, Mike. All right, maybe a few more. The odd thing about inspiration is that it usually comes after, not before, a new journey is started. So don't be waiting for the inspiration to go. Go, and the inspiration will be added. When just starting out on a new journey, it's only natural to feel vulnerable. After all, it may seem that you have much to lose. The truth, however, is that never again at any other point in the same journey will you have so much to gain if you but start. It's more important to start than to start in the right direction. All right, girl, right. It's okay to dream big and start small. You'll probably have to. Worked for me. There you have it, our reading of A Beginner's Guide to the Universe. This is the celebration release week of the paperback. Amazon says sold out for 1 to 2 months. It'll be in your inbox in 1 to 2 weeks maximum. Order the paperback, hardback, ebook, audiobook, this read by me. And if you do it this week, you'll be entitled to attend next week's live premiere broadcast of Old Soul Wisdom for 2020. The Dawn of Enlightenment. Complimentary. Plus, you'll get a 22-day book immersion where I do a lot more reading and a lot more deep diving. Free! If you get the book this week for $12 and change, you get both of those. Plus, you can know that every penny, 100% of my royalties for this book through the end of the calendar year, probably beyond, will go to Charity Water, where they help people in poor areas drink clean water for the first time in their lives. Very powerful. Okay, everybody, thanks for letting me do this. Lots of love from Orlando, Florida. I can't wait till tomorrow, Friday. We're going to go back into A Beginner's Guide to the Universe. Thanks for all the comments, the engagement, the stars. Thank you, Valerie and Ruth and Winnie and Rebecca and Supret on Facebook and in Instagram, Studio Toman and Paula. And let's see here. Animal Reiki Lady. Okay, and Studio, okay, we got a lot of the same, there we go. Vic and Carly and Jessica and Amanda and Bob. All right, everybody, all the best. Cheshire grins all day long, bobbing eyebrows.